Hi, everybody. Welcome to the call. We're super excited that you're here and that we have Coach Todd with us tonight. And we're going to have so much fun. My name's Wandishin. We're going to talk about these awesome body balancing drops that have made such a difference in my life, so many lives of so many others. When I was introduced to the drops, I'm going to share my screen. I had every single one of these symptoms. And it was about a year and a half ago, I saw a post and I had every one of these symptoms with the exception of adult acne. I started on the drops and they made a huge difference right away. So we don't make any medical claims, but what we do share is our own experience. And my experience is that my A1C was elevated. I was in the throes of menopause. I also was diagnosed with Hashimoto's several years ago, about over 15 years ago. So I had a lot of symptoms in addition to the perimenopause, menopausal symptoms, and I couldn't get any relief, couldn't release any weight. I have since released 22 pounds. I'm still a work in progress. I'm definitely feeling a lot better. My A1C within 3 months was within the normal range, which was awesome. And so I'm super passionate about the drops, and I decided to start selling them and lock arms with other leaders in this company like Coach Todd, and he's going to share a little bit with you about Partner Co. and what we're about, what this opportunity is about, and what the products are about here.
Well, Ann, I'm so excited. I know some of you are guests tonight, but if you've been invited here, this is really, in my opinion, maybe the fastest growing, best team in the entire Partner Co world globally in 50 plus countries. I mean, Stacy has advanced, Billy, Dr. Laura. I was actually working with Dr. Laura on her actual physical pain. It's just unbelievable what she's been able to create in such a short period of time. So, for those who have not met before, what you're going to see is Ann and I and others go through this tonight is you're going to see some of the highest quality products that exist on planet Earth. And we can meet anybody's need, whether it's reducing inflammation, more energy, better sleep. But we're going to talk specifically about the body balance and drops for hormonal balance and weight loss. And then you're also going to see if you have desire, you can just buy the product if you so choose, but you can also have a wholesale account and create some extra income. And I always tell people that show up here for the very first time that nobody really grows up to do this. Ann didn't, Billy didn't, Dr. Laura didn't. I mean, she was an OBGYN. But what happens is we all get down the road of life and it's just not exactly what we thought. Maybe we're not making enough money. Maybe we're spending every waking hour and all of our energy having to work for that money. We just never get to enjoy life. It could be a ton of things that brings us to this moment. Maybe you don't have a good enough retirement. Maybe you need kids' education funds built. Maybe you need more cash flow. For me, I was coaching high school football and had a wife staying home with 4 children, and I was starving to death financially. And my interest into this industry was just for extra income. And it worked out. And I will tell you, for anybody that works, it will work out for you too. In the Pacific company we're going to talk to you about tonight, Partner.co, we've been in business since February of 2023. You want to flip, Ann? I'm sorry. I forgot I didn't have control. I didn't know I don't know your PowerPoints. I know I have all mine memorized, so I can go ahead and start talking before I see the next slide. So what Partner Co does is we have close to 100 products globally. You can see there on the screen, we've got things that balance hormones, weight loss, increased energy. We've got a brand new collagen product that may be the best in the marketplace. We've got stuff for immune health, athletic performance. We've got a great product that reduces stress and anxiety. I mean, these products are high caliber, and I'm assuming the next slide is going to be the doctors. We've got a ton of doctors behind the creation of these products. Our top doctor there, Dr. Strand, wrote a book called What Your Doctor Doesn't Know About Nutrition that may be killing you, that sold 35 million copies. Not listed there, but we've just added Dr. Joshua Plan. He has his PhD from Harvard, and he's now head of our research and development. And Dr. Laura, you may not be me plan on you calling you, maybe even at work, but since you are a doctor, do you want to speak from a doctor standpoint about the quality of the products on this page?
She may or may not be available because she is working, she is on
Okay.
call.
Okay. I just saw her come in. Is the only reason I mentioned that. So I
Yeah.
figured that might
So
be the
Laura,
case.
if
Okay.
you're available, we'd love for you to chime in.
Okay, Ann, we can go ahead and flip the slide.
Okay, great.
And for your new tonight, we usually are a little bit smoother with this. We just weren't sure
Yeah,
how to do this.
sorry. Sorry, I'm having a hard time,
Okay,
obviously.
I saw the next slide though. So the
Oh
next
my
slide coming
gosh.
up is going to be our body balance and drops. It's the first product we're going to talk about. And as you can see there, it's two bottles. Bottle one is a homeopathic formula. It's got 11 different ingredients in there. Some of them really help suppress your hunger, your appetite. About day 3 or 4, most people find they can make really good decisions eating without a lot of effort. There's one of the ingredients help to stabilize your blood sugar and your insulin secretion. There's some ingredients that work on balancing your thyroid, and thyroid is the controller of so many things: metabolism, energy, mood. And so many women, especially, have low thyroids out there. We get tremendous benefits there, but it is a slow move. So if you know that you have Hashimoto's or a low thyroid, it may not be perfect in a week. It may take you a couple of months to get things balanced out and really moving the direction you want to. Be patient with that. But the second bottle works very quickly. The second bottle has got the good form of B12, the methylated form. It's got ashwagandha. And both of those have tremendous research showing their ability to help with stress and anxiety, even depression. They boost metabolism, mood. So it's women especially that have some of those things going on. They're the ones that think these drops are miracles almost within a day, 2 or 3, because of the sublingual absorption, we get quick movement on that. And it's also got one other ingredient there called rhodiola that limits your cortisol secretions. So the cortisol and insulin are our two storage hormones that we want to keep at bay. They go underneath your tongue before your 3 biggest meals. We've got an approved food list, which is just real food. The person that got you here will go through that with you, and you can eat when you're hungry. You don't have to count calories. And we've got so many great recipe books now that you can have everything from cookies to brownies to spaghetti, as long as you use our recipes to make it.
That's awesome. Okay, so now I'm going to call on Sojo and Derek. Are you guys there?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
All right. So, Todd, you met Sojo and Derek when in Dallas, and I apologize. I think I'm fumbling around. I've got your picture right here, you guys. I hope you can see it. Um, hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna say you unshared your screen.
Yeah, I know. I'm really I think I'm a little I'm trying to get back to my Zoom. I
Hey,
apologize.
as she's pulling that up, this is a classic example that, like, Dr. Laura has to be pretty proficient. She can't have an off night delivering babies or in the operating room. So, but in our business, you can have all kind of off nights and still have tremendous success here. So everything's okay.
All right. So Sojo and Derek, so I would love for you guys to share about how you felt before you started on the drops in the picture on the left and how you guys are feeling now. So Todd, you met them in Dallas. They both love football. Derek's son is redshirting at Boise State. They are Raiders fans. They want to, one of their whys for this business is to have season tickets to the Raiders, and
Oh,
they
I love it.
live in the Bay Area. They're both, Sojo's a registered nurse. Derek is he's still at work. He's got his headset on, so he is always working. So I'm going to let you guys share. I want you to share like what the drops have done for you, but also like why you're doing this as a business.
Sure.
What is it to you?
Do you want to go first, babe?
No, ladies first. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Sojo, and I am a registered nurse. And like Dr. Laura, we cannot make mistakes in our line of, in our careers. I'm an emergency room nurse. And when prior to starting the drops, my husband was really unhealthy, and I was struggling in my own way. I was having night sweats. I had a lot of weight gain. I had inflammation around my midsection, and I'm in my 50s. So things just became a lot more challenging to stay in shape and just feel great. Not for lack of effort, because I've always been into running half marathons and working out and eating clean. But the wake up call was really when my doctor suggested that I go on hormone replacement therapy. And I've never been on any medications. And so I decided to decline and just accept that this is how my life was gonna be and just kind of struggle through it. But then I saw a post on someone's feed and I was really intrigued. Um, so I started using the drops back in June, and since then I have released 10 pounds of weight, and my husband has released 35 pounds of weight, and I'll let him share, his journey on these drops. But it has been truly life-changing for us. When I became a partner, I initially just wanted to really just use some really good products for my own personal benefit. But I also started to see how I can introduce these products to people that I love and people that I care about. And so we've just we feel so good now. I will say also the benefit of this business and being a nurse is that I do work per diem. So that means that I only work when I can, when there are shifts available. And I did also recognize the advantage of having a second stream of income, just in case there was not enough hours available for me to work. Sometimes people lose their jobs. I mean, look at the government right now here in the US, the government workers, it's really devastating for those people that are not getting paid. So I saw the benefit of why this type of business works. And so back in September, I injured my ankle, which means I cannot work because I'm in a cam boot. And if I don't work, I don't get paid. And so it was really a huge blessing for us to have this other stream of income to really take the burden off of my husband so he doesn't have to pay all the bills. And also so that we can continue to live a life of flexibility and financial freedom. I'll be honest, when we came into this business, we were not facing any difficult financial difficulties, right? But things happen. And so I'm just so thankful that I do get paid every single Friday. And I'm sure Todd will go into that. But um, business also allows us to not only travel to do the things that we love to do, but it also helps us to help people. And most importantly, we really like to help people in need. It is really one of the most meaningful things that we get to do. If we have a family member who needs something, we can just say yes. Like we have the ability to do that. And I'm so thankful for this company. I'm so thankful that we're not just floating, like keeping our head above water, but we're sailing, right? And we're ready to fly. And so thank you for letting me share, Ian. And I'm gonna pass the mic to my husband.
All right,
I,
Derek.
th- I think you pretty much said it all. So my name is Derek Calhoun, but if you look at me on Facebook, I go by Rock. That's my nickname. So Todd, just like you, I was a former football coach. A lot of athletic prowess in my background. I'm currently a chief transportation officer for one of the bigger Bay Area transit agencies that I won't say over over the network. But with me, this has been an incredible journey. You asked the question in the beginning, Anne, about
Mhm.
how I felt in that picture, the before picture. Um, I felt probably the worst of my life. Um, Even though we're enjoying ourselves in Mexico, um, swelling. I could sit down for a little while and my feet would start to swell, my ankles would start to swell. Um, I had trouble walking up the stairs and my breathing was off and everything else. And I wanted to do everything possible to get in shape. And as we got closer to our wedding, and we got married in May of this past year, I tried to do everything possible to try to lose the weight and to try to get myself in some shape. I have an athletic background. I played college football and got cut by a couple of pro teams and stuff like that. But I not going back to, I wanted to go back to the way that I was before, not just for Sojo, but for my life in general. And until I was able to get these drops, I was in real bad shape. I was on high blood pressure medication. Um, my weight, I was able to get down before our wedding took place down to 171 from 283 to 171. When I started taking the drops, everything just started to change immensely. My energy levels went to another level. Um, I just I felt better. And now no longer am I taking any blood pressure medication. My A1C has dropped immensely. I'm all the way down to 248 pounds right now. And it has everything to do with the drops, with the Advantage. And I'll make a comment too about Everglow. Everglow, taking Everglow has changed my turkey neck because I had, when I put on ties and everything else, I had that neck that would kind of hang over, and it actually has tightened my neck a little bit as well too. So I'm a firm believer in these products. Also too, from the business side of it, I mean, we do pretty well, but um, having that extra income is awesome. And I've been looking at Soja and told her I want to retire in 5 years. I may be able to retire sooner now. So that's our goal. That's what we're pushing towards. And I just appreciate the fact that Partner Co is so open, so loving, and also it's easy to talk to people about how to build your business. And when we went to Dallas, Todd, we were able to meet you and others, and you didn't feel like you were in front of somebody that was a shirt, if you know what I mean. So coming from the industry that I'm in now, and actually listening to somebody that actually is willing to share the business and actually willing to help you grow the business as well. So this is my first time being in network marketing. I believe in my wife as well too, and I've seen her be successful in this line of business before. So I'm kind of following her lead and trying to make sure that I'm being a good partner and we're walking things forward. I have a lot of people that I know, so we've been trying to do everything to make sure that we build up those people and get as many people as healthy as possible. But we wouldn't be able to do it without Partner Co. And Ann, thank you so much for your support. And anytime we're able to reach out to you, whether it's Sheila or Petra or Edith or anybody, everybody is always open to listening to us and trying to get us new ways to help things get better with our business. So it's kind of
Derek,
that story.
you and so y'all look fabulous, but y'all's
Thank you.
communication skills and energy is off the chain, off the
Thank
charts.
you.
So like y'all are going to be millionaires here if you so choose. You just got to go work it. Y'all
Oh
are very
no, we
impressive.
we already told the owner that we are going to be on the stage next year. So we
That's
are.
right. That's right.
We
That's
claim it.
right.
We claim it. I'm a firm believer.
All right. That's awesome. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. All right, Todd. I I'm back to being able to know how to know what I'm doing here. So we're gonna go I normally just go flip through the rest of the slides and wrap it up. So I don't know. Do you just want to touch on like the ones we've got here with like Kristen White because you know her?
Yeah, I can't see them though. Wait a minute. It might be my bad.
Can you see it?
No, your screen's not shared.
I see it on my end.
Uh-oh. I'll go through it. So here we've got Kristen White. She is a CrossFit
got
gym
it.
owner in Jackson, Tennessee. On the left is when I like this picture because she always has worked out. And she couldn't release that baby weight, and she makes more money selling drops and with her drop business than she does with her very successful CrossFit gym. And I just love how, different people come into this business for different reasons. This is a busy mama 6. She just wanted to lose that belly fat, but she also was busy on the ball fields. And so she just wanted to, make a little bit of extra and also lose the extra. The drops are for men and women. You've already heard from Derek, and I love just seeing how the drops are for men, women, all different ages. You see the difference in people's bodies, but also in their skin. I always joke that I would have been happy with the picture on the left, but with like one of the things I love about the drops is whether you're wanting to release weight or you're wanting to get totally ripped, you can use the drops and choose our, healthy foods and achieve that. Todd, are you able to see that? Do you want to share about Dr. Crystal?
Yeah, so Dr. Crystal developed an autoimmune disease called alopecia. It's the one where you lose your hair. So traditional treatments for that in the medical route is prednisone and some other things. And the side effect, as many of you know, of prednisone is weight gain. So she fought that autoimmune disease 8 years the doctor's way, and picture number one was the result. She found our products and got on them, and 2 years later, that was the result. And not only did she lose 162 pounds, but she also, over that same 2 years, started making more income with our company than she was as a very large chiropractor out on the West Coast. And what she always says is that she had tremendous revenue coming through the front door of her chiropractic office, but it was all going to overhead. She had like 5 employees, $5,000 a month rent. She had about $500,000 worth of equipment, paying loans on them. And in our business, you paid $29.95 one time, and everything was profit. So you like the cash flow in our business is so unbelievable. The downside risk is zero, and the overhead is zero. You just get to make money.
Yeah, it's amazing. So I love that the drops, again, all ages and people are winning here. Todd, would you like to go through like how people can get started?
Sure, sure. So if you're here for the first time tonight, whether it be our drops or any other product, you can just buy it from whoever brought you. We're nothing more. When we pay our $30, we're just a virtual nutrition store. We get access to these products wholesale, we can bulk buy, and then we sell it retail and we keep the difference. That's the profit we make. But we don't want you to do that. Like you have that option, but we would much rather you become one of us and pay your $30 one time, and you get the 30% discount, and you be able to bulk buy this stuff, and you can just sell a couple during the month and get yours for free. And if you want to get good, like a lot of these ladies and men on this call, you can start creating an extra income in your house. Can you flip forward?
Yeah.
Okay, so how you do that is $29.95 one time. And then when you pay that $29.95, you've got a couple of different options. The basic option is you've got to have at least 200 points of product to have what we call an activated business where you can start getting paid. And there is a 4-pack that you can buy. I know we've got a few people on board from Canada, so I'm going to mention the Canadian numbers too. So in the US, a 4-pack is $371. These retail at $176. So when you pay your $29.95 and buy 4 at a time, you've actually dropped the price down over $76 a box. That's now your profit. So you can see y'all can discount and sell at $167 and give people a $10 discount and still have a tremendous profitability. But if you sold 3 of those, you would get yours for free. If you wanted to sell all 4, you've got a pretty good profit already. 3 would get yours for free and all your money back. Then there's a 10-pack. Okay, I won't mention it, but there's a 10-pack and a 30-pack. Oh, there it is. There's a 10-pack that you can do for 500 points. And if you do that and sell all 10, you can see there it's $1,670 or about $880 profit after you pay off what it costs you to get it. And there's also a 30-pack. And we suggest that people come in with a 30-pack because that puts you at what we call top pay. It doubles all of your upfront money you get from the company for life, and it qualifies you for our matching check, which is unbelievable. So you don't have to, like, if you're afraid to do that, you can a la carte your way there over the first 4 Fridays. But we have just about everybody we have that joins and does a 30-pack. If you'll let whoever brought you on here train you on this next page on what we call our boards, we're going to show you how to sell these drops. And when you start selling these drops on social media with our board system, we're going to give you all your posts, all the writing. And when you sell 30 boxes, you saw on that screen, you're going to have almost a $2,500 profit on your first 30 boxes. You got all your money back. You're in at top pay for life. And from that point forward, you're all profitability. And I know that Billy, a whole lot of people on here, Stacy, everybody sold way more than 30 boxes their first month. So they'll tell you what they did, how they did it, and help you do it.
Yep, it's awesome. And so, one of the things that we're really passionate about is just helping people get in where they fit in. And then regardless of whatever that looks like for you, whether that's the 4-pack, 10-pack, 30-pack, we want to help train you right away on that boards that Todd mentioned. It's like a file cabinet on your phone. And then we're going to teach and train you so that you can, before those boxes even get to your door, we want them sold out, whether it's the 4-pack, the 10-pack, or the 30-pack, because we've seen it happen, or at least have your investment paid off. So what we are doing is we're looking for people who are looking for us. We want to help people to get healthier holistically, and we want to help people create an additional income stream. And we are super passionate about that here at Partner Co. That is why I partnered with this company. Those were my two main things. Can I help people get healthier holistically? And can I help people create an additional income stream? The answers were yes, and I was all in. So thanks so much for joining us tonight. And we're super excited, Todd, that you joined us. Thanks for your patience with my technical difficulties. And thank you, Sojo and Derek. We're so proud of you. And I know that the best is yet to come for you and anyone else that chooses to lock arms with us. Thank you guys so much.
You all have a wonderful evening.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anne. Bye.
Happy
Thank
birthday,
you,
Todd.
Happy birthday,
Thank you.
Todd.
Y'all have a
Thank
great
you.
night.
You too.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Oh, poor Todd on his birthday. He's a